to stream.
But you got to get
there
rid
we
of
are.
that.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. That's just warm me.
and broadcast right
okay,
now.
by the way, Orfeh and Andy, I see your joke. You're not on for like at least another 5 minutes, so save the comedy. I see the visual comedy. You can save it. We can see there. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we'll give you a warning, but bravo on the comedy.
I'm James Wesley. This is my husband, Seth Rudetsky.
Hi,
Welcome
guys.
to Stars in the House. Used to be, for a hot second, a mini online talk show, but it's like a full hour now. So
basically, it's for the Actors Fund.
Show.
Yeah, the Actors Fund is for everybody in show business. Just as crazy that nobody really kind of knows that. It's for actors, singers, dancers, producers, directors, script supervisors, anybody.
And stage managers.
Yeah, across the country.
People want me to point that out, which is true.
And assistant stage managers, valuables.
That's right.
Valuables. So anyone that needs help in the artistic community, literally across the entire country, no matter where you are, go to actorsfund.org and it'll,
put the banner on.
You can, it'll tell you how to get help. And if you have any extra bucks on you, even $5, you can donate. It Stars in the House, goes right to the Actors Fund. And I know nobody has any money right now, but if everyone gave just $5, we'd actually have a lot. We have donations from yesterday, right?
Yes, we do. And in fact, just a couple. Savannah from New York last night gave $25. Walt from California, $25. John from North Carolina, $10. To prove your point, for a cumulative, and Seth is always busting me that I'm not dramatic enough. Why don't you help me with the piano? $133,615.
Just for donations, by the way. We don't have corporate sponsors. I will say something very exciting. Tonight we have Randy Rainbow at 8 o'clock, and one of our viewers just emailed me and said, hey, I want to match all donations tonight for Randy's show. So make sure you tune in tonight at 8 o'clock, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't donate now. Why don't you donate now and again at 8 o'clock?
If you can.
If you can, yeah. If not, just have a fun time and enjoy the amazingness.
So I was just reading an article.
Hey, our friends watching from South Carolina. Hi, Deborah. Here you
go. Just before we went on the air, I was reading this article, and it was about people that are home health aid workers. And it's like, and saying how we do have the luxury. People ask, let me start over. People ask or say, oh, it's such hard work doing these 2 shows a day. First off,
it's busy work, but it's not hard work.
And second, we've got a lot of people that are helping us. Number 3, we know that compared to what people are doing every day, I get emotional of people that not just, and I don't mean just, I mean the healthcare workers, which we couldn't do it without them, but also we're talking about delivery workers, people who work in grocery stores, all of them home health aides who are there for our parents and grandparents. All of them are on the front lines. And Judy Gold, I'm calling her right after the show. She's going to help us produce those segments. You said she used to do that for the Rosie O'Donnell show, right?
She was the human interest producer on the Rosie O'Donnell show. So she'd find people around the country with stories to tell. So we're gonna find people on the front lines, and the front lines is like sanitation workers, grocery clerks,
right? Talking
about what it's like. We're gonna bring them on the show. So that's gonna be coming up.
And you can help Judy produce those segments.
You want to nominate someone.
That's right. Please email us. You can go to the website, starsinthehouse.com, or just click email, or just directly do that.
And by the way, on a just side note,
yes,
we have a lot of social media. So you can follow us. I'm at Seth Rudetsky, at James Wesley, NYC. We also have at Stars in the House. So can you please follow, post some fun photos, but follow all of us. On top of that, right now, as you're watching this, copy the address bar on top and post it on your social media. The more people that watch, first of all, the more people that are going to be in a good mood, because the shows are always really fun and uplifting, and there's going to be crazy belting and riffing today. But on top of that, the more people that can donate, or someone just donated yesterday and their corporation had a matching right. Match. So we never know who we're going to reach out to. So just try to please share this on all your social platforms.
But you also make a good point, Seth. Keep those up for one more second before we bring on Orfeh and Andy Karl, is that you can help us and our social media team by doing exactly that. If there's a cool screenshot and you're watching it of everyone or something like that, please Instagram, Facebook, and then, Twitter, all of that.
And then tag us, either tag our addresses or hashtag Stars in the House.
It'll help. It'll actually will help, because it'll get the word out, which means more people will be uplifted. They'll learn about the Actors Fund, and if they can, they'll give.
And don't forget, you can watch all the past episodes. So everything we've done, except for the plays, which are live, but everything we've done, you can watch at starsinthehouse.com. We found out actually a lot of people are watching after we're live, and that's when the donations are happening, which is great, because people watch literally around the world. We get letters from like Shanghai, Thailand. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, all over.
Okay, so
let's do it.
We're going to bring in our stars. they're very health conscious, and I appreciate it. It's gonna be maybe a little bit hard to hear the belting, but
they're following the Mayor de Blasio's advice.
So we do appreciate it. So please welcome our 2 stars. They got it going on, Orfeh and Karl.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. I mean, so
all right.
Yeah,
staying healthy. Our dogs are making a lot of noise too. We're just we're living with the ordinance.
Yeah, you're in your apartment now, so I think Mayor de Blasio said you can actually remove it within the apartment.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God, that was hard to breathe.
Orfeh, full makeup. You still got it.
Yes, honey. I'm trying to give the kids some candy. Eye candy.
Yeah, look over there the whole time because this ain't happening.
Oh, brother, I'm so bored. Okay, so Orfeh and Andy Karl, just give us a little background, you guys, both Broadway stars, but how did you guys actually meet? Was it JDate, Match.com?
that wasn't invented.
That didn't exist when they invented the wheel and we got together.
We were just past cell phones.
Yeah.
You're right, it was.
We met, as you know, Seth Rudetsky.
I know.
We met in Saturday Night Fever when Andy came in to replace one of the characters, and also that track covered Tony Manero. So I got to go on with him all the time.
Speaking of,
who was the first person out of the 2 of you that was like, I'm totally into the other one, or was it both equal at the same time?
I think it was neck for neck, honestly.
There's a lot of flirting on stage romance that lasted now almost 20 years now. So it was totally a Broadway showmance. It was just a lot of flirting, a lot of talking, a lot of it wasn't like right away, but then when it all happened, then it was right away. We got married like 6 months after we started dating. So
wow. So please, for the people, there are a lot of people watching literally around the world. Andy and Orfeh, can you recount your engagement story? Because I know it involves some delicious delivery food.
Oh, gosh.
You want to do that one?
Yeah. We went up to his place after the show.
Hold on. Misinformation. You did not meet during Bend and Snap. They were literally married when Legally Blonde happened. BK, get it together. Sorry. Okay, go.
6 years we'd been married by the time we did Bend and Snap, which is, we're now going to call Legally Blonde Bend and Snap.
Yes, exactly. Okay, go.
So we went up to his apartment after the show, and we always would eat because I never eat before a show. I always eat after a show. And there was this amazing Mexican Chinese fusion delivery place in Andy's neighborhood, right? So you could have your burritos and your egg rolls. It was fantastic.
Side note, getting her uptown was probably, I take a lot of love for that because getting her to go uptown now is impossible. Just
anyway. So we ordered food. It came, and I got my little carton of fried rice. I opened it up, and there was a red ring box in it. And I freaked out, and I took the red ring box because I didn't know. I had no idea, and I threw it at Andy's head.
Why did I know that violence was coming?
Okay, wait. Because you were surprised, why does it therefore translate into aggressive throwing?
Because I went to why don't you say that? I'm the most.
We just got remarried in Los Angeles, and I was waiting for some sort of punch or hit when I asked her to remarry. A loving tap.
No,
I can take it.
Okay. So when I went to fork out the fried rice, this red fancy jeweler box fell out of the carton, and I was like, what the hell is this? Freaked out. I was like, ah!
Again, why can't you just go, hey, what is this? Why does it involve picking, throwing?
It was a visceral reaction of shock and freaked outedness. I really
By the way, bravo on your acting. You're able to give your subtext. I actually approve. Andy Karl, how did you get the red ring box inside the rice?
That's what I want to know.
I had asked her to come and have dinner with me, and That's like level like 2 on my sneaky scale. I've got all sorts of, like, being married to her. It's not easy. I cannot buy gifts for her birthday. It's insane and surprise her. So I've come up with a lot of more creative ways, but that was easy. That was like, there was obviously I ordered the right thing that wouldn't like smudge the inside of the box so that I could empty that, like wipe it out, then put it in while I'm getting it ready in the kitchen. And then I came back with plates and I said, this one is yours, right? That's you. And then she was just like, she was ready to shout out. I was like, you open it up. And I think that's good. Like food and engagement. I'm not sure. It's like you maybe it goes together, but at that point you're like, I'm hungry. That's the surprise. And the emotions change, have to go from here to here.
That's funny. Wait, what's level 2 in your sneaky scale? It's so funny.
Level 2. Oh, that's easy. Like you should see my level 10. It involves like me like leaving the country and then coming back with probably a puppy or something. That would be that.
Well, by the way, people really are watching around the world. Look at this. Hi from Jakarta.
Oh, awesome. Hi. You should have won a Tony for Groundhog Day. I said it. I dare anybody to disagree with me. Canceled, unsung.
Wow. Okay, guys, speaking of singing, why don't we get off the sassafras? Wait, what is that? Oh, you did win a... Wait, what?
Is that the Olivier?
That's the Olivier.
That is so cool you won that, Andy Karl. Where do you keep it? Next to you?
I built I wish you could see it, a very nice office space with a lot of storage. And I built this thing, and now I have like 2 spaces here for, awards and wonderful things over here. So I can be reminded of that's what I do it all for, the awards.
No, I know that. I've known that about you for years. Okay, we want to hear a song, you 2 clowns. So we're going to get off camera, and you tell us what you're going to do first.
Oh, should we take people to a sunny, fun place that we can't go to right now?
Let's do it. I had to pull down the cords because I don't remember.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Yeah, let's have some fun, man. You ready?
Yep. Would I ever give you bad advice? Have I ever steered you wrong? Well, maybe I did once or twice, but now we're singing a different song, 'cause there ain't no limit on a platinum card. My God, the damage you could do, and he can't afford it all. That's hit him hard. Just remember, it's all about you. With this kind of money, honey, oh, we're gonna make you stay. Sometimes to make your way to Rodeo Drive, baby. Yeah. Say, black dress, white dress, yellow black dress. Trust me, you're gonna have some fun. Red shoes, blue shoes, if you make the right moves, you wanna see you with your buttons undone. So take what you can, honey, 'cause there ain't nothing he won't do. Come on, they're waiting for you. Oh, Rodeo Drive, baby. I always thought you deserved the best. Can't wait to see you in a classy dress. This is your moment, don't settle for less. You know you can't go wrong. You don't belong on the boulevard. You're so much more than you think you are. You Beverly Hills, my regard. That's where you belong. Yeah, you belong. There ain't much that he ain't got. And boy, if I was you, well, I'd have a blast. I'd go for broke. Hey, what else are you gonna do? So take what you can, honey. Minds and world alone. They're gonna think you're hot, hot, hot. Rodeo Drive, baby. Rodeo Drive, baby. Rodeo Drive. Rodeo Drive. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyway, 1,000 things. First of all, I kept testing the notes of my piano. So many F sharps.
He couldn't stop himself, Orfeh.
I can't imagine.
How can you do that 8 times a week? Second of all, you're not even breathing. Third of all, Andy, you learned guitar just for today?
Yeah.
I've never heard you.
I played it. We did it once before for like a cameo that she did, and I was like, oh, I guess I know the chords. I've been practicing a lot with all the spare time we got, though, so I'm still not great. Trust me, there are some good guitar players out here, but we can't hire any at the moment.
Here's some comments. Hi from England. Thanks, Andy. I had a ticket for the Olivier's this Sunday. Now they are canceled. So thank you for reminding.
I know. Why did you put that
Well, I
on?
thought you were saying thank you for reminding me a bit. All right.
No.
So
Thanks for reminding me. Do you want me to do like a acceptance speech? I actually wasn't there when I got the award.
That's right. You weren't there. Frank Callaway accepted your award for you.
Yes, he did.
and what about this? Mandy, I used to help you get into the dragon suit at Toby's back in the day and push you on the trolley.
Isn't that hilarious? Who is it, Karen? Oh my God. So yeah, I was back at Toby's Dinner Theater, which is it was like the next level up. That was like the level 5 dinner theater. Just saying, many levels. So 8 shows a week, and you can wait tables. But there were kid shows, and I literally lived at Toby's for like a good year. I did the kid shows. One was the Reluctant Dragon, where I was a 9-foot tap dancing, singing dragon, and the trolley. I was the boy next door in Meet Me in St. Louis. That was my first lead, I think, at Toby's, and I was very happy.
You did that with Megan, right? Wasn't Megan always there?
Oh yeah, Megan Lawrence. She was the sister. I also did Shenandoah. She was another staple at Toby's. That's where we came from. So yeah, we've done lots and lots of shows there, and I did all the dinner theaters in Baltimore. I'm just saying.
You are just saying. Orfeh, you look crazy.
We want to bring on one of our pals. That's a pal of yours.
Yes.
Just happened to be here yesterday. And he's coming back. Orfeh, I think he's pressing charges about a certain theft. Please welcome dog trainer Bill Berloni.
Yay!
You stole my dog.
You gave me that dog. You said if I never leave the show and you don't have to train the babies to love another Paulette, you would give me Boo Boo.
Mm-hmm. But the
dishwasher just ran off. I gotta go get it.
He's coming right back.
First day of rehearsal, you said to me, "I'm taking this dog." And I said, "No, you're not."
Yes.
And, yes, I am.
Yes, I am. And I did.
And he had the best home ever.
He did. And but no, to be quite frank, and we were just talking about this the other day, if it weren't for what you did with Boo and all the animals in Legally Blonde, we've now rescued countless Chihuahuas, homeless, abused, hoarding situation, maddeningly bad situation Chihuahuas because of what you did with Boo for us. We've never stopped.
Oh,
There's my Boo Boo.
there he is.
Yep.
He lives in our hearts now.
Yes, because he's in heaven, as you know.
Yeah.
But you're the reason that 4 other Chihuahuas since have had hopefully a wonderful home. I think a wonderful home.
Of course. Orfeh, if it's with you, I'm sure. So Andy, how many dogs do you have now?
Are we allowed to say?
No, we have a little bit.
We have many.
We have many.
They're gonna come get us.
They will get us, and they will throw
Okay, let's say you have 2.
We have 2.
So Bill Berloni, your apartment's a little bit bigger than Orfeh and Andy's. How many dogs do you have right now?
Well, we own 25.
Wow.
But we're fostering 9 dogs from the Humane Society of New York.
That is so nice. If you don't know, by the way, Bill Berloni is the animal trainer from Broadway. Now, Bill, do you have any advice? Because I think doggies are getting stressed out from what's going on. Apparently, dogs are picking up on the stress. Is there any advice you have for doggy owners to deal with their animals stressed?
Well, the one great thing about having a pet is that you have a routine. And you should keep that routine with your pet. That's one thing that doesn't have to change. The minute you start altering that, they're going to start picking up on what's going on. So my first piece of advice would be keep doing the same things you do with them every day. But also remember that they weren't put on this earth to make us feel better. They're our companions, and they will absorb all that energy, whether it be good or bad. So, don't forget that your pet is there and that it's part of your family, and make sure you give it some quality time at least once a day.
I think I probably have to give my pet less quality time because I'm a little.
That's true.
Me too.
That's us too.
Okay. So Bill Berloni, by the way, so if someone wants to help in their community, tell once more what they should be doing, and then I want to play your quiz game.
Okay. For people who want to help with rescue animals, and there's still a great need going on, I always say donate locally and volunteer locally. That way you know where your money's going and what the problem is in your community. Now, unfortunately, New York City is already on lockdown. So we can't go to the shelter. We can't necessarily help with fostering or adopting right now. But in areas around the country that isn't as far locked down, start going now and volunteering to foster, because those shelters are going to start filling up quickly as the economic need kicks in and people can't afford their pets.
Yeah.
If you can, go to a shelter, start fostering. But in New York City, we can help with our neighbors. There are people who may not be able to get out as much, may not be able to get food. And so if you have an elderly neighbor or somebody who might be impaired, ask if you could be of some help with their pets.
Little angels.
Great advice.
Okay, so Orfeh and Andy, Bill is going to do a test with us.
This was so fun yesterday, Bill.
We're going to also go by comments. So first, we're going to have both. So Bill has some animals in his house. We have to guess what Broadway shows these animals are from.
Okay.
You ready? Okay.
Uh-oh.
Now, she was in the Second National Company of Legally Blonde, but she did a Broadway show.
Wait,
So she's a tour animal, but she actually has a Broadway credit as well. So we have
Yes.
to guess what the Broadway credit is. Okay, I'm going to go to the Orfeh. Think she knows the answer before the comments even happen. Yes, Orfeh.
Well, should I say I should give somebody else the chance?
Okay, so comments. Does anybody know what Broadway show this little dog is from? Hold on, I gotta refresh the comments. Refresh.
I think we may be a little bit behind with that.
Yeah, these comments are slow for some reason.
Yeah.
All right, I guess. Well, Andy, why don't you take a guess before Miss Know-It-All answers?
There you go.
Oh, and I can't remember the Audrey McDonald show. Was that it?
That's it.
Lady Day, Emerson's Bar and Grill?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady Day.
Lady Day, thank you.
Orfeh, is that the answer you had?
Yes, I met that baby backstage.
Yes. And
What's
she was with Audrey McDonald every night.
Yes.
Aw.
What a sweet one.
Whoa, look, someone actually did literally just guess it right now. Oh, wow. Here we go. So just FYI.
How sweet she is.
Yeah. You're
What are the kisses?
There's an
Mom.
There's an interesting answer.
Okay.
The Lion King?
There you go.
So thank you. By the way, we have one question before we go to the next animal. Did you have anything to do with the goats from Once on This Island?
I did not. That's one show I did not do.
Where are those goats now? Actually, I don't want to know the answer. Okay. Did I said anything?
Hey, you guys know the goats that are eating on the side of the hill that are like cleaning all the New York, landscapes everywhere. That's kind of interesting. Maybe they're there.
They may be there.
For you people out there, by the way, when the Broadway show closes, Bill, if he can't find a home, Bill adopts the dogs. And what he's told me is that he plays my SiriusXM 72 Broadway channel in the background. So if the doggies hear the song they're used to, they can go, "Oh my God, I did that show on Broadway."
Absolutely. Absolutely true.
I appreciate that. Okay, doggy.
Doggy number 2 was in a famous musical.
Whoa.
Scooter.
That's a cute doggy.
Aw.
Scooter was adopted from Karen Rescue. He was from California. Now the musical wasn't on Broadway, but it was seen by 8 million people.
Oh.
By the way,
I'm letting other people have a chance.
everyone should know that all the animals that Bill trains for Broadway and TV and movies, they are all rescues. Every single animal is always a rescue. Okay, here's one answer which I do not think is correct.
Nope. He's not too big. He's a little guy.
Here's one answer, which I think is on the right track.
Getting closer.
Okay, so guys, it's getting closer, and I think I know what this means. Okay, I didn't know this was a musical. So hold on. Westy. That's the type of dog.
Yeah.
Okay, was it the musical Godzilla? Here we go. One. Here's the answer. Brendan has the answer. I think. Wait, Brendan. Oh God, it keeps moving.
There's so many people that
Sorry.
are coming in here.
Here we go. Is that the answer?
Wiz Live. Yes.
Yeah.
Wiz Live.
What's Toto's name in real life?
Scooter. This is Scooter. And he was 9 years old when we adopted him to do the show. So he's a senior that actually was able to work and is still very happy.
Yay! Yay!
That's good news for me, Orfeh and Andy, that seniors keep working. Excellent news.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Even him didn't like that, and you got to bark on that one. How dare you.
Okay, our final. Is this our final one?
Yes, this is our final one.
Okay.
Come on, Buck.
Whoa. I think I know what angel this is, but oh my gosh.
He was also in another musical, and he got to star with Kelly O'Hara. That was his leading lady.
I know this musical. That is such a cute doggy. So this dog was in a musical with Kelly O'Hara. I'm not going to reveal it because I just figured it out.
Yeah.
And someone thought it's this, but no, this is not the Winn-Dixie dog.
It is. He is Winn-Dixie. He's
Wait a
the
minute.
one we've been doing the show with that hopefully will come to Broadway soon when Broadway reopens.
But wait, Kelly wasn't in. He did another show with Kelly. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so it is the Winn-Dixie dog.
Right.
But what was the musical that doggy did with Kelly O'Hara?
It was his first job.
Someone is very close, but they're not right.
Nope.
Very close. Hold on. One.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, Amy Toporek won yesterday. Hold on. Someone else. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Peter Pan Live. He got to work with our friend Christian Borle from Legally Blonde and did a scene every night with Kelly O'Hara, and she kissed him on the.
And by the way, Kelly had a bad experience with the dog years ago, and she said that's the dog that really healed her and made her love dogs again.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
This is the one.
What's your name? What's his name?
Bodie.
Bodie!
Good Bodie. Good Bodie. Good Bodie.
All right, Bill, we're going to have you back again. And take Bill's advice. Go visit your local shelter.
Or call them.
Or call them.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I tell a quick story about Andy and Orfeh?
Yes, please.
Okay. They fell in love with our bulldog who played Rufus.
I love that dog.
And she used to smell a little bit, and Orfeh always called her Fish, because she smelled like fish. But we opened in San Francisco, and the dog was in one scene, and the dog was so successful that the writers decided to bring a writer into another scene in the second act. So I always know when a dog is happy when they're excited to go on stage. So we rehearsed the new scene for the second act. Preview night at the Palace Theater. Chloe, the bulldog, is waiting anxiously to go on stage, and she runs on stage and vomits in the middle of the stage. First,
It was the Golden Gate Theater. It was out of town.
was it out of town?
That was out of town. That was the first preview out of town.
Wow.
Oh, I thought it was when we got to New York.
No, it was out of town in front of 2,200 people with Andy and I. And Andy had the squirrel toy, and we're ad-libbing and making stuff up. And Andy's going, yeah, just give me a second to mop this up with the squirrel toy. And I'm just standing going, well, he must need a little Pepto, and we're just ad-libbing and ad-libbing until he can sop it up because the next scene was like a big dance scene. Nobody wanted anybody.
Wait,
And that led to a lifetime of cleaning up dog poop.
Yes.
Andy, how did you clean it up on stage with what?
The squirrel toy.
I had a squirrel toy that she came running out for, and I was squeaking it, and it was like fuzzy. So I was like, what do I got? My shirt was like pretty much pasted on me. So I was like, I can't use my shirt. I'm going to use this toy. And I walked out with the sopping puke toy.
And on that
I can't say I got it all. I think some people slipped during Legally Blonde remix.
and I think it's still there.
It's
Bill,
okay.
thank you.
Legally Blonde.
I can't. Nice layout. All right, Bill, you'll be back. Peace out.
Hi, Bill.
Bye, Bill. Love you, Bill.
Oh, that story.
I think we'll do a song before we bring on Dr. LaPook.
Yeah, what
Another
is your
song, guys?
do your second song before we bring on Dr. LaPook, and then we'll do LaPook, and then we'll close.
Okay,
That's you.
I'll do a song for you. This is a classic from my repertoire of shows. Oh, I lost my pick. Oh, I got it. Can't say that I've ever played it before, so I'm going to give it a shot. Looking outside of my window, watching the world passing by, feeling so terribly lonely, wanting to sit down and cry. Suddenly I felt a presence, and in my deep dark fears, there was this heavenly sound of something ringing in my ears. Jesus called me on my cell phone. No roaming charges were incurred. He told me that I could go out in the world and spread his glorious word. Ready, Shaq, you gonna join me? I'm losing my signal, Lord. Can you give me a call again? I'm going in a tunnel and I can't see the light. Jesus called me on my cell phone. I know he called me on my phone. The clearest voice I ever heard. He beat me, he faxed me, email my soul, and said that I must spread his glorious word. Even the dogs joined in.
Wait, that was amazing. But Andy, you forgot the final button.
Which button?
Word.
Yes.
I forgot about that. That was Duncan's line.
It was so stupid. Word. Oh my God, I love Altar Boys so much.
Yeah.
Hey, wait.
I was looking around and like, what could I sing? And I was like, oh, I haven't. Altar Boys was such a good time, and so many people loved it, and it was so many good songs. Obviously, tongue-in-cheek stuff, but just really terrific. So, and it was just fun. It's fun to do.
And by the way, Orfeh, I found the personal ad that Andy placed when you decided to get married. You remember this? He posted that about himself. And that's what made it all happen.
That was it. That was it.
All right, we're bringing on our chief medical correspondent, not only from Stars in the House, but also from a little-known network called CBS.
Oh.
So we're going to put you on hold while we bring on Dr. LaPook.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Here comes Dr. John LaPook.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Dr.
Hi, Dr.
LaPook.
John.
So today, you know what's been in my mind? Back during the Frasier reunion show, there was a comment that I've been thinking about over and over and over again. Do you remember Emma wrote in? She said, I'm a closeted LGBTQ teen. I'm returning home from university to a home that's not affirming of my queer identity.
Right.
And we have to think about that and about everybody else who's in a similar boat, people who are in abusive households and they're in there. And I know there are resources that people can reach out to, but we really are in a time. I know that's just one of many things, issues that's on you. People are worried about their personal safety in terms of the virus, but there's emotional safety and physical safety if you're in an abusive relationship. So I just wanted to mention that again. And Emma, if you're watching, I'm thinking about you.
You know, Kristin called me and asked me to talk about that on the show. So tonight I'm going to have more information. We definitely know a great organization, the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, and you can reach out to them. But there are more. So I'll find out tonight, Dr. LaPook, because it's funny. You read my mind. I wanted to talk about that with you. So we'll talk about it tonight.
I mean, you're right. I mean, we as you know, we do quite a few benefits for You Gotta Believe, the organization here in New York City that works only with older foster kids, and youth. And I was talking to Mary Keene, who's the director, and our friend Gretchen, who's on the board president, and she was saying, look, the city is now filled with kids who are in foster care who maybe were just placed in a home, or have been kicked out. I mean, there's that whole population. Can you imagine having gone from foster home to foster home to foster home, and now you're quarantined with a new foster family and the pressure that must be going on under that roof? I mean, I appreciate you bringing it up because it's something we're going to be relying on Judy Gold to help us with in those segments, because we want to expand upon that. Because I just read this article that was like some poll about like half of Americans are basically never been this more depressed and anxious, and Seth was like, only half? Number one, why did they have to spend money doing that poll? And wouldn't it just be 100% of everyone?
Why? We're not in a good mood. Anyway, what can you tell us about the new mask initiative?
Yeah, I keep checking in with the CDC, and I'm hearing, wait, listen to the president tonight. So we haven't had an official word. So this is not officially, but I'm hearing hints, if you can read the tea leaves, that there will probably be some recommendation having to do with face masks. So again, for people, it's confusing, right? There's the N95. Those are the professional grade for healthcare workers. Protect them when they're directly exposed to people with the virus, and you have the potential of aerosolization of it. You really need the highest level of protection. Then there are the surgical face masks. Those are also professional. They don't give as much protection. They're not fitted as well. The virus is small enough, 1/10 of a micron, that it could go through it or around it. But if there were an unlimited, infinite supply of these things, then it would be reasonable for everybody to wear them. Not so much even to protect yourself, although it may give some partial protection, but so that if you sneeze or cough, that it catches the droplets. And now what I think we're going to have an announcement about is everything else. The homemade cloth bandanas, everything doing this, everything that's not professional. Does that do anything? And I've been doing a deep dive on it. There is some evidence that it lowers the viral load. And again, when you're sneezing, if you're coughing, if you think about it as a sophisticated crook of the arm, just having it there, if you're on the outside and you have to go to, say, the local store, and you can't be 6 feet away from somebody because they're going to be right there, if you wear that, it can protect them from you. Because the key thing, listen carefully, this is the key driver of this, is the discovery that there is asymptomatic spread, meaning you can spread the virus with having no symptoms, maybe a day or two, maybe more, but a day or two before symptoms. And it's these people that people are worried about, that you go out, you feel fine, and you can spread it to other people. What we don't want is for people to have a false sense of security, thinking, I'm wearing my bandana, and so I'm fine, and you go back to the way you used to be, where you're a foot away from somebody and you're not washing your hands and all the other things. Washing your hands, incredibly important, at least 20 seconds, coughing into the crook of your arm or into a tissue, and physical distancing, stay at least 6 feet, with the thought that at least if you cough or sneeze, it won't land on somebody, or it won't land on you. Maybe it needs to be a little longer if there's aerosolization, where the virus is floating in the air, and that's stuff that needs to be further research. But remember, folks, if you have your hands full of virus and you keep your hands under your chin, lower than your chin, you're not going to get COVID. It's going to enter you from the mouth, nose, or eyes. So we all touch our face all the time. I'm working on it. Wash your hands frequently. And it sounds so simple, but it's really important.
So, Dr. LaCour, before we bring back Orfeh and Andy, I haven't brought this up with you before the show because I just read about it, but I think that there's something going on in New York, at least, where the leaders, I think city council people, I know state senator that we love, are encouraging people who aren't in their apartments, people like us, who are outside of the city, to basically open up their apartments to perhaps EMT workers, healthcare workers, that sort of thing. For people that are thinking about it, what can you tell us as far as if people if we or friends wanted to open up their apartment, as far as like coming back, whether it's a month or 2 months to that apartment, as far as the risk of infection or that sort of thing? Let's say assume that healthcare worker is positive.
Yeah.
What could you say to encourage people maybe that are thinking about it to go ahead and allow these people to go in there?
That's such. I think the first I'm hearing. So you're breaking news to me. So what do we know about virus staying alive on surfaces? I'm assuming that you figured out. Hopefully, it's a responsible person you let in and all that stuff. There's some vetting that goes on, but it looks like it could be on cardboard or paper for about a day, maybe. Harder things like plastic and metal for 2-3 days, maybe a little more. So I think once you start getting past that number of days, it's unlikely that it's going to be there in a way that could infect you. However, when you would come back, I would be wiping off all the surfaces. I would assume that it's there, even if it's, you don't want to be nutty about it. But I think you go ahead with, wear gloves and go ahead and wipe down all the surfaces. Think about it. In a typical day, your hand is not touching the corner of the apartment on the floor, right?
Right.
Use your head, where it's the refrigerator, it's the toilet handle, it's the faucet, it's the doorknob. Think about that. Do that kind of drill in your head. And this stuff really does go away with soap and water. Certainly with alcohol, anything more than 60% or above alcohol. So it will get destroyed with a good cleaning. It's a good opportunity for you to clean your apartment.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it while Seth's talking to Andy and Orfeh. I'm going to retweet what I saw, and then you can look at it, and then maybe you can investigate or whatever. We can talk about it in the next show.
Okay.
Okay,
we're going to see you tonight.
All right,
Thank you, Dr. LaPook.
Thanks, Dr. LaPook.
Randy Rainbow, 8 p.m. Eastern.
That's right.
Okay, so Orfeh and Andy are here to say hey. Hi, ladies. So first, Orf, I just got to give you a shout out. I have to play some of your amazing riffs that I'm obsessed with.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So I just want you to listen to the fluidity because you are able to do so many notes. You have such a musical ear, so you don't actually think what the notes are in your head. You don't go, I'm going D, C, B flat. You just hear the chord and you just pick the notes.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's some brilliance.
I'm still rocking a lock away. All the boys come to block away. Dropping jaws from a block away. Watching how I walk away.
Love to watch her walk away.
What are the notes you sing there?
Walk away. You tell me.
It's too fast.
I know it's a downward scale. I know that much. So
It's so creative. The other thing I'm going to play, which is part of this too, when you're going
yeah.
Well, that is
Oh.
obsessed with that. No, the end in Legally Blonde, when you go, I don't know, I'm just gonna bend. It's a crazy, it's so many notes.
Yeah, no, and snap the band and snap that one. I just like to do that.
Listen.
Now look how hot it's getting. I'm betting right now you're sweating. I depend on my friend.
Go Paulette, go Paulette.
I depend on my friend.
Go Paulette.
I depend on my friend for the bell.
What the hell? I can't.
I don't know, but I did it in the middle too. I was like, I depend on my friend. Go ball. I depend on my friend.
You gotta do the hand with it though.
You got to do that to make it happen. I depend on my friend.
I've been trying. I depend on my friend.
Yeah, see?
Hey.
See?
The
You got to
hand
do
part
the
of
hand thing.
So here's the deal. The other thing is, so Dr. LaPook said it's really important to keep in touch with friends because we're also socially distanced right now. So
Physically distant.
So we wanted to bring on a friend of yours
Uh-oh.
who has performed in 2 shows with you, Andy, and 2 shows with you, Orfeh.
Okay.
Perhaps you know him, the only true redhead on Broadway, Mr. Paul Castry.
Hey guys! Oh my God!
Bobby C.
Yeah! First of all, you guys look fantastic.
Thank
Oh,
you.
you.
I'm creating a new award. It's not a Tony Nom or an Olivier. It's called Broadway Sexiest Couple. I'm the only one on the committee, and you already won.
Yeah.
Oh, we did? I usually lose everything. So.
Oh,
And Robbie Sex's couple
Straight couple, Seth.
James and Seth.
Thank you. So, Paulie, tell everybody the shows that you did with these two clowns.
Well,
Saturday Night Fever, Footloose with me.
That's right. I did Footloose first, and then Fever with Orfeh, and then it crossed over with Andy in Saturday Night Fever, and then 9 to 5. But you know what I forgot? Stevens, Badero, actually was on tour with Cats with Andy.
Oh my God.
Actually knew him first when he was Rum Tum Tugger, right, Andy?
That's right. I was the Rum Tum, the Curious Cat. I watched about 5 minutes of the film.
Let's skip over that. Cracked up already. Stephen is Paul's husband. By the way, if you missed Paul in Saturday Night Fever, you can see him here with Orfeh. Here's a lovely.
Yes! Look at that poster. Look at those children.
Oh my God, we were. That was opening night, Orfeh.
Oh my, yes, it was. I still have the lashes.
That was opening night.
So,
Yeah.
Paul, people want to know if it's true. I literally just saw a comment. Is it true that Orfeh one night did not want to call out and she opted out of a high note and instead did incredible sassy pointing? You were there. What's the true story?
Well, first of all, Orfeh does not call out. She's such a pro, and well, first of all, they both are actual triple threats. I know people throw that around, but they are, and that was a hard role for Orfeh, because not for her. It was a challenging role because she had to sing her butt off, dance a lot. We actually danced together during the show at one point, and very emotional. You know, she had some really emotional scenes. She was fantastic in it, obviously. But anyway, yes, she never called out. And there was just one night. And so the fact that she was even feeling a little bit like, oh, because I was always hanging out in her dressing room. She's like, I don't know, I feel a little. And I was like, you always sound amazing every single show. But I think it was that famous riff that you were talking about. And so we were sort of paying attention a little bit more because, like, oh God, what song is that, Seth?
That's Nights on Broadway.
Nights on Broadway. So much high singing and riffing, and it was actually one of her riffs up that ended on some high note. And this was not planned. I think she's just such a good actress. She was so in the moment and probably also so physically like, I am gonna hit this note. So she riffed and riffed and riffed, and then just pointed to the note that was supposed to be there, and then went on. And it actually sort of worked. We're all like, oh my God, amazing. But, wait, what?
That was amazing.
It was amazing. She tricked everyone. She was like, whoa, I cannot riff. It was like, whoa, point.
It's so committed. And P.S. Paul and Orfeh really did work together. I have proof that they're working together. Let's take a gander.
I have a story that I don't think I ever told you guys. When Andy was coming in the show, they had auditions for him. The show had been running, and our friend Janine Myers, who played Stephanie on tour, I think they had her do the auditions. I think.
Yes.
Right?
100%.
I remember going up to her and saying, so who did they hire? And she said, oh, this one guy. I said, well, what was he like? She said, he's really good. He's a really good dancer. She said, he's tall. And then she stopped, and then, got to know Gene. And she went, and he's cute.
Oh, Janine thought I was cute?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Well, Orfeh and I had done Footloose with Janine. There was like a big Footloose to Saturday Night Fever
Convergence.
But Orfeh was just destined to be a star, as was Andy. When we were in Footloose, she was actually just a I was an understudy, but she was a standby. She covered, I think, four parts, Orfeh.
I did.
But we would rehearse together as Willard and Rusty. She was fantastic. Wow. And of course, I think she was the first person to leave the show. She immediately got another Broadway show, and then we did Fever together and, Broadway star. It's so nice to see people that I guess I knew before they were Broadway stars become big Broadway stars and be Tony nominated, who totally deserve it because they're just good people and they're such hard workers.
Oh, thanks, Paul. You're the best. You're very
I'm
nice.
just saying, you guys,
I got to deflect.
I mean, Paul, seriously.
the work ethic, though, that's how people don't know about. They know you're sass and that you're beautiful and talented, but like I saw it way back then, and it was so fun to do the reunion and to see you get your sardies.
That was fun.
Sure.
You're making me all emotional. I'm like sweating on the back of my neck now.
Well, I'm just so happy you guys are.
The 20-year reunion, and Andy got to recreate his. You got to actually be Tony in the reunion, right?
Yes.
Yes, they put me up front. So I think I was like, and I'm a good like 20 pounds heavier than I was in that show originally.
Well,
I think a lot of people were.
It's all right here.
It was a lot of knee braces. Everybody was like, you know, we have a little gray in the beard. It was hilarious, but we all busted it out. It was amazing.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. It was Shannon Beach put it together just cause, and it was so cool that she took that on her shoulders. I would never like call up all these people and try to wrangle them into Times Square to do a number from Saturday Night Fever. I don't have the patience. But as soon as she asked, it's like it brought back a memory of all of us being together and busting our asses in that show, and living that. It was glorious. There was such good dancing in that show. Should have won the Tony Award for that, at least choreography, because I worked hard on that dance. So it was good to see everybody then.
And everybody just went right back into mode. Like it was as if not an hour had gone by, let alone all these years. We literally picked up all of us right where we left off. You get into casts that are close and some aren't as close. Saturday Night Fever, we were a very tightly knit cast. And it was very clear when we got together for the flash mob, we just effortlessly, like real friends do, you just pick up where you left off. And we got to dance together again. And it was the best. It was the best. And the most orderly mob in Times Square.
I was gonna say, look how amazing you guys are. Take a gander at this.
I have one more story. So I'm telling stories now about Andy. So when Andy and I did 9 to 5 together, the director, as you know, Seth, was my friend Joe from high school, which was crazy. We were out in the house watching one of Andy's scenes, and he was so good in that part. That was a tricky part to cast because you had to cast a younger, good-looking guy who is making the move on the older woman. You had to be really charming and funny and adorable, Andy. But I remember Joe, this is just, I think, a good thing for actors to know. I remember Joe turned to me, he was like, see, it's actually true that there are no small parts. And I said, what do you mean? He said, I saw Andy in Legally Blonde, and kind of like, and then pointed on stage, like,
It was
isn't that great?
They put me in Wicked, and I was like, thank you.
Yeah, put you into Wicked. And
people noticed, but if you get a part, go with it. And luckily, Jerry Mitchell's really like, oh, we're gonna do something fabulous. It's gonna be amazing. There was a lot of great small parts in that show.
Oh yeah,
it was amazing.
Oh yeah,
and you too, Paul. I mean, in Saturday Night Fever, like, crushing that song.
Oh, that was the moment
night,
every night.
They had me. They wanted me to understudy you in Fever. I was like, I'm not singing that song.
You know what?
I can sing that song.
Just don't go up on that wire because it might break.
Do they know, Seth? Do you know what happened to Paul?
I was in the orchestra for
Were you in the pit?
But you can, I was in the pit all the time. That's how you guys. But Paul, you can tell because then we're going to read donations. Just tell everybody the fun death story.
We talked about that the other night, Paul. We were talking about how, thank God, you had that thing, and you tell the story. I just got chills. You tell the story.
Really quickly, when I was playing Bobby C, my character died, and I had to crawl up this giant. Remember, it was like a metal girder thing with Tony following me up there. But I went up really high, and I was hanging. There was a Peter Pan wire hooked to a harness that I was in, and I would hang in between these two pieces of the set, but like 30 feet in the air. And then I would have this scene, and then I would let go, and my wire was hooked up backstage to a stagehand who would let go of the wire, and I would plummet downstage, down to the stage, and there'd be a blackout, and then the guy backstage would stop the wire, and I would kind of go in the dark, and then they would pull me off stage sort of like a clothesline. And they're like, it's fine, it's fine. There was no mat or anything. It's going to be fine. So about 9 months into the run, I'm doing the scene. I let go. I'm falling to my death. Then there was a blackout. They stopped me, and I felt my wire snap. And then time slowed down. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I'm dying as Bobby C. Oh, I'm dying in real life. Right? It's like, oh, they're getting their money's worth. Anyway, I fell to the stage, just onto the, it could have been much worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get really hurt.
Yeah.
But I took a couple shows off, and then after that, they made it a little bit. They fixed it.
Thank goodness Broadway learned its lesson.
Oh.
No more accidents anymore.
Right. Thank you, Andy. All right, we're going to
Thank God, Paul. That it was not such a that it wasn't a tragedy. I'm here all day.
All right, me to read them now?
Yeah, why not?
All right. These are some people who donated during today's show. We want to give some shout outs.
Hey.
Nan from Ohio donated $25 to the Actors Fund.
Hey, awesome.
Joanne, $25.
Woo.
Jeremy from Wisconsin, $50.
Midwest.
Woo.
And Mike from West Virginia gave $100. Teresa from Rhode Island, $75.
Wow.
Becca from California, $25. Greg from New York, $50.
And Don from Oregon.
$100, but I saved the biggest for last.
Oh, yes.
From Connecticut, Gladys gave $250.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you guys
so much for giving.
That's
This is
amazing.
incredible.
That's amazing.
Thank you, Gene,
No, right?
for doing this.
I'm a part of the show that everybody dreads. This is part of the show that everybody dreads. So I always talk about how people memorize roles, and then one day the show's over, and soon the role goes away. But does it fully go away?
This is, by the way, now Seth's favorite part because he gets to try to stump our guest and springs it on them. I'm just warning you right now.
Okay.
So, Paul, I will start with you.
Oh.
You've known me too long.
So, by the way, while shows are running, Paul forgets his parts.
True story.
No.
So this is from Footloose. However, it's not the famous part of Footloose. Do you remember in that opening number? I'll start it. See if you can finish it. You sang, "On any Sunday here will be."
On any Sunday, here will be. Give me the next word.
Raising
Our voices in harmony. And then what?
one day.
Something about a feast.
One day, once our trials
will cease. We will be released. Thank you.
Hey!
Woo, sort of.
Oh, I need that same
Okay, there you go.
Okay, Andy.
Okay.
It's a lot of lyrics.
Oh, no.
You played Jesse Mueller's brother in The Mystery of Evan Drood.
These are a lot of lyrics.
See if you recall this.
First word.
Sir.
Sir, no, I couldn't possibly do it. Sir,
Sir, I don't much like your tone. That super.
Silliest deal you wear.
Yes. Clear you wear a finer cut.
Then but the
Waistcoat.
waistcoat.
You did this 8 times a
I
week.
know, but you choose the most complicated lyric that there is in musical theater.
But you have an Olivier.
Well,
They're going to take it back.
Andy, you get a 0, dear.
okay.
That was
Okay. You understudied many roles in Footloose.
Yes, I did.
Now, this is the opening number, and we all know the lyrics, but she had a special sassafras.
Okay.
Wendy Jo.
Yeah.
She went a 5, 6, 7. working too damn hard.
I'm punching that same card. And it has a bust in my butt. Oh, tell me what I got.
Win.
Yeah.
I knew
Orfeh
that.
wins.
But Andy, I have one more thing to show you before we do your last song. It's so funny. I find that Andy and I have done so many one-night events. By the way, Andy's literally on my audio book, my first book, Broadway Nights. We did audible.com. We had to go to New Jersey to record audible.com. And I found when we were on the train together.
Aww.
And but anyway, we've done so many one-night events. I found this video that we did, which I barely remember doing. Do you remember on the 20th Century, you and the Altar Boys did this close harmony tap dance? Listen to how great you sound and how good you look. It was one, I don't even remember this song. Watch this. It's you, Cheyenne Jackson, Ryan Duncan, and Tyler.
Oh.
So good. Watch this.
Light at the end of the tunnel. There's always something new round the bend. But this is our philosophy, and this it shall remain. Life is like a train. Life is like a train. Life is like a train. Life is like a train.
Oh my
Belt it, Cheyenne.
God.
Isn't that great?
Oh my God.
And then-
I
and
don't
then-
even remember that.
I know. It's wild because I didn't even remember when we actually did On the 20th Century later
Oh, I'm
as a revival.
It's so funny. We've done so many events together. All right, by the way, Orfeh, everyone, whenever I do an event, all three of you guys always say yes, and I so appreciate it. And that's why we're raising so much money today. We got to do a final song.
Okay.
So you guys have something ready for us?
Nope.
And the pain won't go away.
I'm
It
gonna-
opens up the door to yesterday.
Yes, Orfeh should sing
I want you
all the songs from Saturday Night Fever.
Well, here's the deal. You guys have to come back because I want you to do
That's true.
So you need to learn.
Here we are. In a room full of strangers. Standing in the dark.
Yes.
Where your eyes couldn't see me. And I had to follow you. No, you did not want me to. But I won't stop my loving you.
Here it comes.
Oh, I just can't stay away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh.
Still got it.
On that,
Perfect.
let's bring back Bill Berloni.
Yes, we have plenty of things. So Orfeh and Andy, you guys are going to auction something off. Can you tell everybody what you're going to auction off?
Oh, we have a few goodies. Hold on. So, first of all, I've been wearing this cashmere sweater. I've washed it. Don't get nervous. But I've worn this for the entire stay home thing. I've done a lot of videos in this. So when this is over, I want someone else to have it because I'm probably never going to wear it again because I've worn it enough. So let me take it off now before it stank up to be dead.
Clothes on her back.
I'm taking the clothes off my back.
There you go.
Are we allowed to show this? My friend gave me this.
Yes.
And Matt gave me this,
Google
whom I
Chrome.
adore. Google Chrome. All right. So we're gonna auction off this that's been on my body excessively, but it still smells good. Okay. Cashmere, very fancy. Then wait, hold on. Speaking of what we just did, this is Andy's Saturday Night Fever Flash Mob reunion shirt.
I forgot I got it.
Specially handmade, and Andy designed it and cut off the sleeves so you could work out in it or sleep in it. Hold on, there's more. This no one has. This was the original merch for Saturday Night
Look at
Fever.
this. Paul, what about that?
Oh, what about that? You should bid on this.
I don't even have that.
It's,
See?
it's crisp and clean. Never
And
been
it's
worn.
never been worn. It still has the folds from like when it was in the merch counter.
It's actually
And-
such a good graphic. Nice.
I know, right? And we have that sealed,
On the 20th Century,
that sealed,
legally bound CD.
and the Orfeh, what do you want from me CD
We
sealed.
got a lot of stuff here.
There's the package.
So that's going to go all in an Andy and Orfeh package that's going to be put up. You're going to send us the description and pictures, Orfeh, and then
Yeah.
we're going to get it on the eBay auction site for the Actors Fund, okay?
And I mean, we could discombobulate these and sign them all. I mean, if that's better.
I think it's better as one giant Orfeh Andy package.
No, but she means to sign it.
Oh, discombobulate them. Oh, yeah, de-seal
Yeah,
them.
okay, so they'll all be signed.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
And then Bill Berloni is doing also something. So Orfeh
Thank
Andy
you, Orfeh
package.
and Andy.
Bill Berloni package, yes.
Go, Bill.
Well, it's hard to compete with Orfeh, so I'm going to have to get practice here. Okay. When the show opened,
I'm buying
the movie, Bruiser the dog had a Tiffany collar.
Yes.
And it was a sterling silver collar that was specially made. The producers of the show had one made for our dog, except we never saw it on stage. So I am auctioning off the original Bruiser bling.
Oh my God!
Tiffany things that he wore in all the publicity. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of a kind.
Wow.
That is amazing. I feel like Orfeh may be bidding on that.
I'm going to be having to have that. So, yeah.
Out of it.
That's what's happening.
Thank you, Bill. That's amazing.
Thank you, Bill.
Bill, that's the best. You totally went past me. That's a good one.
Can't compete.
I just got cashmere, not silver.
Dr. LaPook is back tonight with Randy Rainbow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Bill Berloni, of course, you're going to be back again. Paul Casci, always hilarious.
Paul Casci, you're the best. I love you. You're the best.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for being here. See you tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern.
you.
Oh, don't forget, I'm going to do this one more time.
You're gonna do it one more time,
Follow us on
okay.
social because we're really trying to
And
get
help us spread the word. And that's right. There you go.
There we are on social. All right, bye, everybody.